If you want to live at Yonge and Wellesley, this is the perfect building. Hi everyone, my name is Jason Lam, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at CentreCourt, and this is a GTA Homes exclusive.
I'm excited to announce 8 Wellesley Residences, an iconic new condo coming to Toronto's downtown core. Located at the northwest corner of Yonge and Wellesley Street West, 8 Wellesley Residences is being developed in one of Toronto's most sought-after neighborhoods. Finding investment opportunities near Yonge Street don't happen often. Yonge Street is a rare and timeless investment asset that is unlike any other across the GTA. Many investors are asking themselves, is this the right time to invest? Well, we all know that the pandemic has made a lot of people nervous, but the truth is that today we have more information about this pandemic that tells us the good things are on the horizon. Investors will be pleased to know that the Government of Canada recently announced its commitment to bringing over 1.2 million immigrants to Canada over the next 3 years. And as everybody already knows, Toronto is the top destination of choice for immigrants. The vast majority of immigrants come to Toronto because they know that's where the opportunities are. Toronto is and will always be the economic engine of the country, where there are over 1.5 million jobs, which is projected to reach over 1.7 million by 2041. Now, let's talk about what every investor wants to know. Are prices increasing in Toronto and the downtown core? Even with the ongoing pandemic, we're still seeing the overall average Toronto resale condominium price up by 83% year over year in the third quarter of 2020. And when we look at Toronto's downtown condo market, we can see that the average sold price per square footage for new condos have increased by over 85% over the past 5 years. The next 5 years will be even better for condo investors, because limited supply mixed with high immigration will only see incredible price appreciation across Toronto and the downtown core. There really couldn't be a better time to invest, where the price gap between condos and detached homes is the largest it has ever been. And what we know from history is that when this happens, the price of new condos increases dramatically. Now let's talk more about the project. What makes 8 Wellesley Residences the perfect location? Well, for starters, this project is located directly on one of Canada's most popular streets, Yonge Street. Investors should know that only 2% of condo launches in the GTA feature a downtown Yonge Street location, making this condo one of the last few chances to invest in a premium area. 8 Wellesley Residences will only be 100 meters from Wellesley subway station. And as everybody knows, the subway is the best amenity in the GTA. Not only that, but the University Health Network is only a kilometer away, where thousands of incredible young professionals earn high incomes. Residents will be just minutes from University of Toronto, Canada's #1 ranked university with over 60,000 students who compete for over 6,000 beds on campus in search of a place to call home. This iconic high-rise tower by CentreCourt and Basis will stand 55-story tall with a total of 599 units, offering a mix of studios to 3-bedroom suites. The developer CentreCourt, one of the most active builders in the GTA, has partnered with Basis to form an incredible development team that is known for some of the most successful condo projects in the city. These two experienced developers bring a proven track record of success to 8 Wellesley and a passion for delivering quality construction. We're walking over to meet Jason Lam, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for CentreCourt Developments, to hear more about 8 Wellesley Residences. So we're here today with Jason Lam, VP of CentreCourt for Sales and Marketing, and I'm happy and delighted to be here with them. Thank you, Jason, for having us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and I enjoy speaking with you, Bridget. I think there's going to be a lot of insight we could sort of pass on to each other.
Good, and I'm happy to sit here with you for another project you'll be launching in 2021. 8 Wellesley Residences, and our viewers want to hear all about it. So let's get right to it. So CentreCourt has been around for over a decade. They're one of the top GTA developers in their industry. But for our viewers who don't know about CentreCourt, what can you tell us about the brand?
Oh, that's a great question. I think that's one of the biggest key elements when you're looking at buying pre-construction or condominiums as a whole, is aligning with a developer that has a proven track record. So as you mentioned, at the top of that is we've been in the business for 10 years. We've brought 16 projects to market. And that's a really big number. Most developers are, 2, 3, 4 projects in 10 years. So we're one of the most active developers in the GTA. We've had a number of huge successes. In fact, all of them have been really big successes. And I think one thing that's really important is we've had 0 cancellations. We've had 0 days of interim occupancy. And for those of you that don't know what that means or are not as familiar, what that means is when we give you the keys, when it's time to close, there's no interim, there's no secondary part of that. It's one closing, one time. And more importantly, when we do that, you're not moving into a construction zone. Your lobby is finished, your amenities are complete. So these are little things that we at CentreCourt value. And naturally, we're always zoned when we come to market. So we're taking the market risk out of that. And we traditionally get to market in terms of construction very quickly.
And that's what sets you apart from others, is that we tell our clients that you have 0 days of interim occupancy.
That's right.
We don't have anybody in the GTA that actually can say that.
Yeah, we're the only developer that's been able to pull that off project after project. And I think it's just, again, it's not because of luck, it's preparation, it's sequencing, it's scienced out from us. Our construction team is in-house. So that's a big part of that, is we have a lot of a control in the process.
So for 8 Wellesley, you've been busy for the past 2 months. You've been doing presentations,
Yeah.
which our team attended, and they all thought it was phenomenal. Great information, great stats.
Yeah.
And something that resided in me, something that stayed with me, and you consistently kept saying it through the whole presentation.
I think I know what you're going to say. Yeah, I really believe that 2021 will be the year of condos. Without a doubt.
Yes.
We're in a position right now where it hasn't been more clear. With the data that we've been able to mine and sort of map out and understand, the behavior of our market tells us a lot, right? We can look at to the past performances and what's taken place in the past, and we can really apply it to what we can expect moving forward. And then we've had a lot of positive news, a lot of positive outlook that will really benefit the real estate market in particular, which is immigration, right? A very aggressive immigration policy that the government's announced, and it's not set for 5 years from now. It's literally in 4 weeks is when they will start to really put this through, and then obviously we're at a very good place in terms of determining this COVID vaccine. We're 90-95% effective. So these are big headlines that have huge implications in how our real estate market is going to react. And I think now, before, if you just sort of go back in time 10 months, condominiums were on fire, and again, it was because it was the most affordable product, right? And we have an ownership mentality, an ownership DNA, and I think we're going to go back right to that, right? A lot of people have shifted their mindset over the last 10 to 8 months, and they've wanted more space, and they wanted to move out of the city. But now we're going to see a shift where once things are we get past that, people are going to move back in the city. But I think you're going to see immigration create a ton of demand that we cannot meet, and it's going to be everything we've talked about pre-COVID is going to sort of come back with a vengeance, which is why I think 2020 will be the year of condos. Once things sort of cool off and borders are open up, you're going to see anyone that's going to come into the country that's brand new, that has a ton of money, they're going to gravitate towards the core, right? We're going to have tourism back, so Airbnbs are going to be back and thriving, and the Leafs and the Raptors and the Jays are playing, and restaurants and clubs and bars and lounges are open, and once that downtown lifestyle is up and running, everyone's going to flock back to the city just like any other major metropolitan. But for those that moved outside of the city, I think, I personally have friends that have already regretted it, but I have friends that don't regret it.
8 Wellesley, located at Yonge and Wellesley.
On the northwest side of Yonge and Wellesley, literally across the street from the Wellesley subway station, you can throw a baseball and hit the front door. And I think that's the key, right? And I think, we keep talking about it. When you get to wake up at Yonge and Wellesley every day. And the minute you step outside that door, the opportunities, the options, the walkability, like we keep talking about how you don't need an Uber, you don't need a bike, you don't need a car, everything is walkable. And we're in a world where we can talk about meters rather than kilometers, and we're in a world where we can talk about single-digit minutes to get to somewhere instead of double, or So I think that the location is the greatest amenity. We have a great amenity program, but at the end of the day, it's all about location. This is such an incredible location. We get spoiled, like we get exhausted talking about how close we are to Yorkville, Ryerson, U of T. You're at Yonge Street, you've got Yonge and Dundas Square in the financial district. Anywhere else in the world, that's where you'd want to be. And it's no different in the GTA, in our own backyard. So I think the emphasis is location, location, location. And I think you'll start to see the demand and the importance of AAA locations like this as we continue to grow and our metropolitan continues to expand and availability becomes more and more scarce when it comes to development in AAA locations like this.
Speaking about location, second to that is pricing. What can we see? What can we expect for 8 Wellesley when it comes to pricing? How does it compare to projects selling today, or how is it going to compare for projects that are launching in 2021?
That's a great question. Pricing is something where we haven't really attacked in the early innings. For us, it's about location and understanding the value and understanding where the market's at. We understand the value. We value in trading quickly. We always give an opportunity for our investors to make money, and relative to the rest of the market, that's important. I think coming into 8 Wellesley, it's important to see what's out there, what are they priced at, and if you do a price comparison, I think you'll see that 8 Wellesley is a no-brainer. And I know I didn't answer your question, but I can tell you that we're in a position, we're priced to sell, we really do understand the market very well, no one knows it better than us, and I think a lot of your investors are gonna see that the second that we drop in early 2021.
Price to sell, price to move.
Yes.
Floor plans are another key important factor for our clients.
Yeah.
8 Wellesley, is it the building layouts, the floor plans, will it be more catered to students, young professionals, young growing families? What can we expect at 8 Wellesley?
I think the beauty about 8 Wellesley, Yonge and Bloor, Yonge and College, these areas are so dynamic, right? They have such a large demographic. It's not one item. It's not, a condominium building beside a university and there's nothing else. We've got a lot of different neighborhoods, communities that surround us that really we cater to. So we didn't design the building the way we wanted to design the building in terms of floor plans. We designed the building based on what we know of the area, which, again, we know a lot about downtown core, but understanding that it's a little bit of everything. I would say that we cater to end users. It's such a great location. Who wouldn't want to live there? We cater investors because of the location. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about location. And when you've got a great location, you're catering to everyone. The biggest demographic is going to want to be close to the subway. We have 21,000 square feet of amenities. And every time I hear someone talk about that type of space, it's hard to conceptualize. We've got 2 full floors dedicated to amenity spaces, all just a short elevator right away under your roof. So for us, again, functionality is the name of the game. We have a 6,000 square foot fitness center that's 24 hours a day, state of the art. We've got a ton of outdoor dining, lounge, study, entertainment spaces, barbecues, and we have a beautiful indoor shared co-working and entertainment area. And our lobby is just bananas. I love our lobby. It's going to be the nicest lobby we've ever brought. And that's a big important part of our identity is, drawing themes of Yorkville. The minute you walk in, you're going to feel like you're in Yorkville, and those elements are going to emanate throughout the entire building through our shared co-working space and our fitness center, the interiors of our suites. You're going to feel that every step of the way. So inside and outside, it'll be the best building CentreCourt has ever brought to market.
Now, I know you're launching in spring of 2021. How can someone get access?
Well, I would say we're going to be early 2021, not necessarily spring. And how you get access, you're going to contact Bridget. They're going to be able to educate you and share more information and tell you all about CentreCourt, tell you all about the neighborhood, and more importantly, give you an opportunity to invest in one of the hottest projects we're going to see in a long time.
Okay, thank you, Jason. It's been a pleasure. Every time I talk to you, I'm always learning something. You're full of information, full of stats and infographics, and this is what clients are actually looking for, this type of information. So thank you again, and we're looking forward to 8 Wellesley.
Thank you, Bridget, and thank you everyone for tuning in.
As we've heard from Jason Lam, there's no doubt that 2021 will be the year of condos. So for those who moved outside the city, get ready to move back in, because Toronto is the place where employment and growth drives the market. Don't miss this opportunity. Invest today. Get in touch with a GT Home sales agent to get priority access to this amazing new condo project. I'm Bridget Obregon, and this has been another GT Homes exclusive.